Hey, we are going for the gold this week. Let me tell you, there's a ton of money to be made out there in the gold market. You know it, and I'm going to show you why and how today. So stay tuned. Of course, the most important thing you can stay tuned to is this disclaimer. What can I tell you? As always, do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Let's start with our regular thing. We'll get to gold in a minute. Please hang in here and wait for our gold analysis. It's going to be well worth it. All right. First of all, the stock market. We're doing a stair-step pattern here. We had a stair-step back in March, April. Then we had a little stair-step in May. Then we had a stair-step in June. And now we're going to set up another stair-step, another consolidation pattern here for a little while. But then I think we're going to dip. Now, I'll give you a little advance notice. A week from whatever it is, August 7th or 8th, whatever the Monday is there, I'm going to be doing a special webinar on my outlook for the coming half year. And I'm going to go into detail on why I think there's going to be a dip in the market. Now, you're getting a preview of that, of course, here, and I talked about it last week and the week before. But I just want to give you a little preview. Look in your email to sign up for that free webinar on the stock market, and that's a week from today. Now, the Dow Jones, what's happened is we went back to the NASDAQ weak, Dow strong, and of course the S&P is in between. So here's the Dow. You can see it's looking quite nice here. The DI plus, the green line up at the top, is pulled away sharply from the DI minus, showing that there's a lot more buying pressure in the market than selling pressure. And then let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Whamma-ramma. Whamma-ramma. Look at that thing. Amazon taken out to the woodshed and spanked. And that caused the NASDAQ to dip. So the NASDAQ had been the leader. I believe that this is just a temporary dip. In my other advisory newsletter, Smith's Stock Swing Trader, which I'll send you information about, I'm going to be looking to be a buyer here on this dip here. I just think that Amazon is a company that cannot be kept down, and we're going to see it rally up. But Amazon brought down a lot of other tech stocks as well. So look for this dip. This is not a dip in the NASDAQ that's going to be sustainable. It's going to turn around and start to go up. That means that we'll have the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow go up for a while. For a while. Well, until when? Hang in there. Seasonality remains on a buy signal. We talk about that. Seasonality. Now, when is this dip going to occur? Well, notice that it might start occurring in about a week. Take a look at the blue line. We talked a lot about this last week, but the blue line peaks out at the beginning of August. And this chart is from Stock Trader's Almanac. I highly recommend it. And you can see that really the three most, like we can't use the green line at all, but the other three lines all peak at the beginning or in the first week or two of August. So that makes perfect sense to me. I would expect us to do exactly that. And then look at that. It's about a 6 week, 1 month to 7 week, 4 to 7 week dip into either early September or late September, somewhere in that area. And I think that can cause us to dip more. Now, I'm going to show you in our seminar coming up in a week more reasons to believe that this market is going to be going lower. Now, it doesn't mean we can't make money on the upside, but it's just that I'm going to be a little bit less aggressive, and I'm going to start looking for short positions to put in our portfolio for our fully paid up members. Now, the yield curve is still neutral for us. Asset allocation is moving higher. We're seeing money move out of the bond market into the stock market. Our stock market risk indicator is telling us that the market is not really wanting to take risk. It's not feeling frisky. It's not really wanting to move any higher. And then combine that with our seasonality is another reason why I think we're going to just stabilize here for a week or so and then probably start a dip. Global shares probably will follow the same pattern, but they're showing some good strength in here. Emerging markets, of course, is where I've been telling you to focus. I'm now going to not focus on it anymore. I'm going to probably take it out of this slide out next week. Look at the purple predictor has started to move down. So if you're in emerging markets, I think now is the time to take the massive profits that I've guided you to. I just think we're starting to falter a little bit here, and this might be a leading indicator of our stock market. But anyway, the point is, I would take our profits in emerging markets now. But the place that and one of the places I've been liking has been Greece. So the last week, particularly, we came under pressure. I said a week ago when we started to stabilize that I was a little nervous here. But Friday's price action was reasonably good. So I'm going to hang on just a little bit longer, as I believe that Greece will continue to be one of the best stock markets in the whole world for this year. Bond market, I did exactly what I said it would do. It got down to the support at 122.5, and now we've started to rally. Look at the purple predictor. I don't think we're going to break the lows we made on Thursday. I don't think we're going to break the lows we made 3 weeks ago. I think bonds are now going to start to go higher. Now, what that means is money's going to flow out of the stock market into the bond market. And if it flows out of the stock market, that means that it's going to go down. You got it? You see how everything's starting to fit together for a dip in the market. Bond key factors. The green line is the bond yield. You can see it's kind of choppy moving up, and it's mainly because of the blue line, which are German 10 years. But also look at gold has now sharply risen, and the CRB has risen. So all factors are kicking in, telling us to look for a bear market in bonds. Yet, what did I just tell you? I told you that we'd probably bounce higher. Now, where are we going to bounce higher? Well, I don't think we're going to break the highs that we made a week and a half ago at 126. I think what we're going to do is we're going to trade up into that big gap that we left a week ago. Now, when the stock market starts to come down, then I think things are going to start to change, and we're going to start to see some more strength come into it. So we're going to watch this very, very closely. Now, one of the big things, and I made a much bigger chart than I usually do because I wanted to show you this indicator that I look at down at the bottom, and that's ADX. ADX was invented by Wells Wilder, 37 years ago or something, long time ago, and it measures the strength of a trend. So you can see this bear market in the dollar, it just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger. But I have an indicator that's called the Bishop that I teach in some of my courses. And when that ADX turns down just one tick, that signals the end of the trend. If it's above 40 and it's above 50. Very hard for anything, particularly a currency, to get above 50. So I think we're getting close to the end of this bear market in the dollar. When that Bishop signal comes, I will let you know. And at that point, we're going to have to get out of all of our short dollar positions. Now, if the dollar is coming down hard and gold is going up. Now, let's talk about gold. I'm getting more and more bullish on this. And I think that we're going to break those 1,300 highs. And I think that we could see this go to 1,500, 1,600, something like that. I don't know if we'll get to 2,000. But I am pumped up about the gold market. Monday, July 31st at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I'm doing a free webinar. Here we go. Watch your email. Please sign up for this, okay? I'm going to update this whole strategy here in TradeSmith. So you're lucky that you're even looking at the freebie version of this or the paid up version of it. Specific trades will be in the paid up version of it. I've got some today for you fully paid up members. Freebies, I'll keep you posted on how to trade it though. So please I don't want to go there yet. So keep an eye out for your in your email to come to this free webinar. It's absolutely free, but I'm going to go into detail as to why I'm bulled up about this thing and pounding the table. Our indicators, this is one of the reasons that I'll talk about in that webinar. Every one of our indicators are bullish. Every single one of them are bullish. Pretty darn good. Gotta be long gold. All right. We talked about this. Let's carry on. Let's talk about oil. Oil cracked to the higher side. We're starting to see something that is very, 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 very rare, and that is we're seeing some discipline on the part of OPEC, and we haven't seen Americans pump up the volume enough to cover the decline in production from OPEC. So that's why we finally got the oil price to move to the upside. So I'm going to have to get back on the sidelines. You know, basically, I don't even want to trade oil at all. it's just in a giant trading range. It's sloppy, it's choppy, it's not fun to trade. I like things that are in clear bull markets, clear bear markets. And when I look at this chart, I'm not seeing a clear bull or bear market. So I'm glad I don't really have a position in this, and I don't intend to have one anytime soon. Let's go where the action is and make some big money. All right, freebies, love having you here. You know the drill. I'm not going to give you the usual BS. You know where to go. Go to that website up at the very top. Become one of the super cool kids. And that's where we're going to have specific trade recommendations about our gold trend that I'm pounding the table on. I'm starting the trade recommendations today for fully paid up members. Fully paid up members, hang in there just 1 second. Hey, Courtney Smith here, and I want to tell you about TradeSmith, our video weekly newsletter. Yeah, I've been bringing the hammer to the market for over 45 years, and now I share that expertise with you every week in a terse, to-the-point video newsletter. Now, see, back in the old days, I actually ran the #1 stock newsletter in the United States for 5 years, according to the Hulbert Financial Digest. I crushed the market. I went where the action was, and for 5 years, when I did this newsletter, it was the #1 rated most profitable newsletter there was. There's a picture of it. In addition, I also ran the #1 mutual fund, growth mutual fund in the United States. There it is. There it is. There's Morningstar. Look at that chart. Ooh, that's a beautiful looking chart there. And I was #1. Well, and no losing year in 40 years. I've been doing this for a long time, and I want to share that expertise with you so that you don't have to go through 40 years of experience. Trust me, I bled a lot in those 40 years, but what that means is I've led a lot, and I've shown tens of thousands of people how to make money in my career. Now, first of all, in this newsletter, we're going to cover the key markets. We're going to talk about the U.S. stock market. We're going to talk about global stock markets. We're going to talk about foreign exchange. We're going to talk about futures, yeah, even commodities, oil. We're going to talk about bonds so that this is a one-stop shop. You can come here. You don't need anything else. We're going to use options. Whenever we have the opportunity to leverage up and turbocharge our profits, we're going to do it. Now, this is totally unique analysis. You think that if I did what everybody else did, I would have those #1 track records? Of course not. What I have to do is unique. That's the only way you can beat the competition out there year after year after year. So, deep fundamental analysis. I'm going to talk about this on 2 levels. First of all, fundamental analysis of the markets, monetary policy, economic policy, trade flows, all of those sorts of things, but on a very, very deep level. I've studied macroeconomics for decades now, and I've been using that analysis for decades. In addition, we look at deep fundamentals of individual stocks when we look at our stock market trades. That is to say, we're going to tear apart these companies. I focus a lot on a few key metrics. One of them, strong earnings growth. In the final analysis, that's the thing that really drives stock prices. Another factor that drives stock prices is when earnings per share estimates are going up. That is to say, when a broker changes their estimate from 10 cents a share to 20 cents a share, they call their clients buy the stock, and the price goes up. So those are the 2 most powerful techniques that affect the price of a stock. And I'm going to tear that apart and show you why I love these companies. But at the same time, just because it's a great company doesn't mean it's a great stock. We need to be able to time these things and buy them when it's good to buy and sell them when it's good to sell. So I'm going to show you unique technical analysis you can't get anyplace else. It's a combination of a number of indicators. Some of them you might have seen elsewhere, but I use them in a unique way. Others, you've never seen them anyplace else. I'm the inventor of those techniques. But you know what? Even the techniques that I use of other people, I use from people who are friends of mine. Yes, I've been around this market so long that most of the greatest technicians in history have been friends of mine. In addition, I'm going to show you ninja trading tactics. How are we going to get the best fill? How do we enter the orders? Are we going to use stop orders, or are we going to use limit orders or market orders? All of those sorts of things, I'm going to give you in our weekly video newsletter. Key benefits of the newsletter. Number one, killer analysis that you're not going to find anyplace else. This is unique. This is unusual. And I have to make it unique. I have to make it unusual because that's the only way I can be number one. By the way, I was voted number one bond and gold market timer for 3 years in a row by Timers Digest. You can only do that when you have unique and killer analysis. Killer trades, because once we've got the analysis, we need to make money from it. We need to turn it into an actionable item, something that we can actually do in the real world. So I'm going to give you killer trades. I'm going to tell you specifically where to buy, specifically where to sell. Nothing is left to the imagination. I'm precise. It's also to the point. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. So no BS, no stories, no jokes, no nothing. Right to the point. Here's what to do. Here's why to do it. And here's how to make money from it. So I'm going to keep it terse. It's about 20 minutes per week, right to the point with all the analysis. I show you the charts right on the screen so you know exactly why I'm doing it. You can double check my work. If I show you an indicator and I say this is what it means, I'll show you the recent past and you can see if it worked recently. Of course, it does. Now, actionable, that's a key thing. So many analysts out there, it's blah, 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 blah. It seems to me that all they want to do is they love the sound of their own voice. They want to sound smart. You know what? I don't care if I sound smart. That's not the point of the exercise. I'm not here to try to impress you. I'm here to help you make money. I'm doing all the same trades that I recommend to you. So trust me, they better be profitable. Easy. Like I say, I'm going to give you the exact entry, exit points. It's going to be super easy. Just type them into your brokerage platform, and there you go. It can't be any easier than that unless I came over to your house and typed in the orders myself. It's only $47 a month. This is a peanut for what you're getting. This is killer analysis, killer trades. This is something where, you got to stop and think of it this way. Can I make $47 more per month if I subscribe to this newsletter, or am I not going to make $47 per month? You know the answer. The answer is, of course, you're going to make at least $47, probably 10 times that, probably 100 times that, probably 1,000 times more than the $47, depending on the size of your account and if you follow all of my trades. So also, I want you to have a lot of free bonuses right up front. As soon as you sign up for the first month, I'm going to give you thousands of dollars of free bonuses. A lot of them are options related because I'm an owner of a company called Options University, and we've got some great education there, from option beginner to pro in just 4 nights. I like using options if I can because they can turbocharge the profitability. They can also be used to cut risk at the same time. That's a pretty awesome combination. So I'm going to give you from options beginner to pro in just 4 nights. Great introductory course for an option beginner. I'm going to give you how to quickly and easily master the top 20 technical indicators, some of which I use, but of course, as I say, I often use them in tricky new ways, and I'll show those to you as well. Retire rich with 10x income. I love this course. Really, isn't that what we all want, is to retire rich? And hey, why retire rich? How about retire rich and early with 10x income? This is an awesome course. You're going to love this course. It's going to get you focused so that you can retire rich. The secret is out with gamma trading. Now, this one's more advanced. I'm not kidding you with this. Gamma trading, I used to be an options market maker in the institutional world. I didn't deal with retail customers, only with banks. And what did we do? We did gamma trading all day long. It's something that's so super sophisticated that very few retail investors ever really understand it. This course gives you the insight into how to do this sophisticated technique. So we started from option beginner at our top bonus. This one, advanced and very super cool. Another one is, I love this. Come on. We're going to give you a new option strategy every month. So what's going to happen is you're going to receive a new option strategy every single month for 12 months. give you a month to master the strategy for the month, and then learn a new one, and then learn a new one. This is a great concept so that you can learn in a relaxed fashion. Gotta love it. I'm also going to give you 82-page manual on candlestick secrets. This is a particular style of trading, using, instead of bar charts, using candlesticks. What's cool is it's got flashcards. It's really very cool because you actually get to learn just like you did when you were a kid. So it makes it super easy. You can be studying while you're sitting there on the subway or whatever, looking through those flashcards, the tutorials, the manual. It's awesome. And then finally, a very secretive part of the universe, foreign exchange options trading, where we combine foreign exchange trading with options trading, profiting from the two hottest markets. So I'm giving you 7 bonuses here. The value, if you were to go and buy those, go to optionsuniversity.com. Check them out. You'll see the price is just under $2,200. So when you sign up for just $47 a month, I'm going to give you these 7 bonuses right away. You're going to be able to access them right away. So let's repeat. You get the weekly video briefing with actionable advice. You get the 7 valuable bonuses, and all for just $1.56 a day. Come on. Really? You don't think it's worth less than $1.56 a day? Come on, man. You can't get a Starbucks coffee for $1.56, but you can get one of the best video newsletters ever. In fact, I believe it's the first video newsletter ever. But you're getting the same insights and the same techniques that I use to build that incredible track record of being the highest performing, most profitable newsletter for 5 straight years. All for $1.56 a day. This is a peanut. So what do you got to do? It's simple. You go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast. And yes, the W and the M and the F have to be capitalized. But go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast right now to subscribe. Get involved. Full money back guarantee, of course. Do it right now. You're going to really enjoy it. I'm not allowed to promise you that you'll make money. The SEC, the FTC, they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. But I know what my track record is. I think as long as you follow the advice, I think you're going to be very happy. I'm allowed to say you're going to be happy. I'm not allowed to say you'll make money, or they'll come down on me like a ton of bricks. We don't like that. So here's what I need you to do. Go to bit.ly/weekly market forecast with the capital W, M, and F right now. Go there right now, check it out, sign out, full money back guarantee, get all the bonuses, try it for a month. I know you're going to love it. Thanks very much, and I'll see you on TradeSmith. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.